Alright, hello everybody and welcome back. Another episode of Crackpack. And as you can see, things have drastically changed around here. What I've been working on is letting my little turtle friend, and yes, by the way, I do have a bat in my in the morph mod. I've had one since the first day that I was playing this game, and I just neglected to use it. And now that you guys have reminded me in the comments, I am using it more often. So I've changed some things around here, as you can see. I let my little turtle dig out a bunch of areas, and this area is completely top to bottom cleared out. And I'm going to make this my home base. And what I mean by that is I have surrounded the border of this. This inside here is exactly one chunk. And I figured I'm going to try to make everything that I do that I want running all the time, like processing units and things like that, to be confined within one chunk so that when I go over to this one chunk, I can always leave loaded. It's less lag on the server because I only have one running at once, and we only have a limit of 5. So as you can see, I'm in the wilderness, and now I'm in my base. I've bordered it out. I can multi-layer this thing. That's why I dug it all the way out to the bottom, so I can get as much use out of one chunk as possible. I've also moved way up here. This is probably quite excessive. I found out that the windmills do higher power output the higher that they are. So I moved it to the top, and I just kept moving it and seeing if it really was going up, and it really did. It continued to go up. I could probably even go higher. Right now we are generating 164 power. I think we're only generating like 80 down there, so it pretty much doubled the output. I know if I stopped like right here, it was 150, so I was just like, yeah, screw it, let's put it up there. I put this huge leadstone energy pipe running all the way down into my base, and yes, this is in my loaded chunk. It's at the very top of the loaded chunk, not really the top, but and it comes in, it comes down here, so I beautifully have this now. I've gotten some tinker stuff set up and going. I've got this turned into a, it's not quite connecting yet, like this. I got a bunch of lava in one of these portable tanks, and I don't have the right item yet to be able to transport lava, but I can easily just do it. I made some aluminum brass, so that basically, oh, there's an iron ingot in there. So that basically I could make my ingot cast and my gear cast so I can save on that stuff in the future. And I started moving everything inside. My ultimate goal is going to be to end up with like a chest, probably an ender chest, sitting like right there. And I'm going to have this piping out to the world over here. And the goal is that it's going to pipe, I'm going to have enough caches, because I don't know how to sort it appropriately, but the goal is to have enough caches that all the items will go into a cache, or they will go into my machines that will bring them down to the highest yield ingot form. So that is my goal of what I'm working on. Let's get this thing set up, I guess. In theory, I should just be able to go like that, put this on here, and it should do what I want it to do for now. Notice I have some empty spots. This thing is completely expandable. I can expand it way up to the top. I can expand it to the right. I'm probably going to move this stuff over, because over on this wall, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my items such as my pulverizer and my induction smelter and my redstone furnace and all that stuff. But instead of doing that, I've had a lot of requests from people, because I was messing with Mekanism, to utilize some of the Mekanism items instead. So I've done some research. I feel pretty comfortable with doing some Mekanism stuff, so let's get started with Mekanism. I already have the metallurgy confuser. I made that to make the windmill, which is part of Mekanism, so it's over here. I'm just going to put it down here for now in case I need it. I'll hook it up later, because I think I will need it for some of these pieces. I probably should just hook it up onto that line, but either way. So let's make a, yeah, I do need this stuff. I need it right where this is. I'm going to move all this stuff. I need to get my axe. But we need to start by making, I don't have multiple axes in one of these chests here somewhere. Oh, by the way, also because of the whole Ender Dragon fight, I went and got a bunch of these from the Nether, or the End when we were there, and some End Stone. Ooh, they hurt you. So I kind of have a constant supply of Ender Pearls, which is going to be awesome. It's going to really help me work out my Ender Quarry when I can get that set up and running, or it'll help me get it set up and running, I should say. I don't know. I literally had 3 different axes. There's one of them. So this will work. I'm going to take this stuff down. This thing has some stuff in it. It's going to come with me. I'm going to just set this stuff up over here, just because I want it out of the way. I want it, like, set up and usable, but out of the way. And I don't even remember what goes to what, so it's just going to go in a big line for now. I had a chest over here with some patterns in it. This chest had... Oh, it holds your patterns. I didn't realize it would hold your patterns when you killed it. That's kind of cool. Oops, not that. So let's do that. And let's start by picking this stuff up so I don't lose it. And making the basics of what we're going to start with Mekanism. Now, I'm not going to do everything Mekanism. So some of the items... I'm using like leadstone energy ducts for one, or flux ducts. I'm not going to use the universal cables right away, at least, not for everything. So there's going to be some things that are different, but we will build this as we can. And now Mekanism is interesting. It's a mod meant to, you keep building onto it. You don't replace machines with the next layer machine. You build another machine in the front of or the back of the line that does more like ingot yield or something like that. So first thing we want to start off with is an enrichment chamber. It's essentially like the furnace. Enrichment chamber. So this thing is going to take some basic control circuits, some redstone, which I'm running extremely low on, unfortunately, some iron, and a steel casing. Now, the steel is where I'm going to run into some problem because I need to make some steel. So I can get it from blocks of steel, from a blast furnace, iron, and charcoal becomes steel in a blast furnace? Wait a minute. Really? Let me... How bad is it to make a blast furnace? I think those are pretty in-depth. Blast furnace brick. Blast furnace. There's a bunch of iron item casings, basic machine casing, and a heat conductor? No, I think I can make... Hold on. I can definitely make his blast furnace. Rubber. Copper plates. So I just need to make sure I get enough rubber. I have all the other components to make a blast furnace. If that's really what I can do to make steel, is that the best yield of steel? Hold on, let's see here. Steel. Ingot. Because unfortunately there's so many different steel ingots that you can come across that it's hard to know which one's the best way to go about it. Iron plates in a blast furnace, shaped crafting, shapeless crafting. So there's one of the versions. Steel ore. Let's see about this one. There's a steel dust. How do you get steel dust? Because I think this is what we do. Dirty steel dust can make a steel dust. Steel ingot can make a steel dust. Enriched iron and charcoal and a metallurgic infuser. Hold on a second here. Maybe I don't need to make that other... How do I get enriched iron? Coal and iron. Oh, perfect. I can do this right now. Coal and iron, and then coal and then enriched iron. Hold on. You would not believe how much coal I've gone through with these turtles in this quarry. And unfortunately, yeah, I don't have... Oh, this guy's empty. I'm going to move this guy downstairs. Oh, that's not a pick. And I do have the giant pick, by the way. Oh, wait, you can't see it. There's a bat. Hold on. Check this guy out. Whoa, yeah. I got this when we were fighting the dragon, and I think it's amazing. It mines out like a 5x5 area. It's pretty cool. It's probably not going to last too long. But let's get... oh, yeah, you. I was going to take you. Go hook you up to some power. This, unfortunately, is not going to... I really need to get some more... Good sleeping. Hold on, I can go sleep. There we go. Let's see if anybody else follows suit after I do this. 2 people. Come on. We can do this. Good got out, a video got in. People hit the morning. Sweet. We're good. So I want to get this guy for now. We'll just hook him up. There we go. I definitely need to get more trees going because unfortunately this isn't going to be too good. But let's see. I need to get back to my bat form because all my ingots and stuff are over in this chest here. I mean, I don't need a crazy amount for now, but I am really curious on. Let's just do like 5 because I want to see if this really works. Carbon's 20. I think you can compress the carbon and it will last a lot longer as well. How do you... I don't have a compressor. So I guess we'll just do this for now. So this will make me 2 per piece. Wait. Oh, he's out of power. I forgot that this machine needs power as well. I don't know why I didn't think about that. He just had that little bit of power left in him from before. So let's grab it. We'll, not the pulverizer. I do need my ingot compressor or something like that, because then I can do this. I think one of the components we're gonna make here is gonna. There we go. Yeah, it like stole my my stuff here. So good. We got plenty of charcoal to do this, but I think this is gonna be a really easy way for me to get a hold of steel. See, this is going to be enough. So if I do that and then just put this in here. Let's put them all in there. And that should become the dirty. Oh no, that's just steel dust. So now I just take the steel dust and throw it right into there. Oh, this is beautiful. So yeah, when this guy's all said and done, I should be able to just transfer it on over here, and then I will have my steel, and I'll be able to make all my steel casings and all the stuff that I need. So I don't need that blast furnace at all. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Because I think this is going to really help go into space as well, because this is a much cheaper recipe. There we go. Get those in there, and these should become steel. Beautiful steel ingots from Mekanism. I love it. I love it. So I'll take these guys. And we are going to go back to our enrichment chamber. I am going to need a lot more steel. I do know that. So steel casing. I need an osmium. Oh, you can use refined iron as well. I didn't realize you could use refined iron. So I need an osmium, 4 steel. Do I have a... I don't have a normal crafting table down here, do I? And I just killed everything. Here we go. I got a crafting table over here I'll take. I just got rid of all of my wood. So for now, let's just do crafting table. I need to go get my osmium, which is still up here, until I can get everything moved over. Tin, silver, osmium. There we go. I really should start just, we'll do that. We'll start getting some of this stuff going as well. So it's going to be osmium in the middle. Oh, my glass is up top. Steel. And then just glass around the sides, but I left my glass way up over here. I love having this this bat early game. Did I leave it in the table? I think I left it in the table, yes, because I was making more leadstone. I'll probably need a decent amount of machine casings, I would bet. There we go. There's my steel casing. So then the steel casing, I need some of these basic control circuits. These ones are osmium and redstone in the metallurgic infuser. I was actually suggested to make a few metallurgic infusers because of the fact that you get like little things in here, you can't get this out. So if you don't utilize it all, then you're kind of done. So I'm going to let that do its thing and utilize it all. How do you make the metallurgic infuser again? So if I can make another one that just has redstone in it, that would be good. I made this before. Metal. How do you spell metallurgic? M-E-T-A-L-L. Oops. Oops. M-E-T-A-L-L. There we go. Metallurgic infuser. It's 2 furnaces and osmium. Oh yeah, I should just make a couple of these guys. The 2 furnaces, the osmium, all that stuff should not be a big deal. I need to drop off some of this garbage though. Not really all garbage, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't really need 2 swords that I'm carrying around. Some of these tools. There's my steel casing. I really don't need that. I'll put it away. Get rid of you, poisonous potato. There we go. So let's grab this. I can make a couple of furnaces. Here, I'll make 4 so we can make 4 of these guys. So I got my osmium, I got that. I just need redstone. Redstone's going to be my hold up here because I'm running relatively low on redstone because of all the leadstone energy flux ducts that I had to make. I do have some left in the crafting table. So I should have enough to make a couple metallurgic infusers here. So let's go. Metallurgic infuser, hit the question block. There we go, 2 more metallurgic infusers. So now I can have one that constantly has like carbon in it. And then one is going to get some redstone. But I really do need to make sure, I want to compress this redstone. Because, how do you compress the redstone? Let me look back at this. The enrichment chamber. Because it should be able to tell me what I need. So if I'm going to make one of these instead, I don't want to block. I don't want the redstone. Compressed redstone. Oh, it's in the enrichment chamber. So I got to make the enrichment chamber first, and then I'll be able to compress it, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so I do have to start out with my enrichment chamber. But let's see what the basic circuit takes to make, again. Yeah, that's way more complicated to make the basic circuit than it is to make these guys. So I just put some redstone in here with some osmium, and we should be good. So this will be my redstone one. So I'll put that in there with osmium, because I need 2 of them, right? I think it'll take 10 per. I think what it does is each piece of redstone will give you 10, but if you compress it, it's 1 piece of redstone to compress, and then it gives you 100. So we'll have these guys, and while that's going to, I can take these, because I know I'm going to need more steel. You know what? I'm going to hold off on that, though, because I might be able to do the same thing with the coal. So I got 2 of these guys. Steel casing. Now I can actually make this thing. Boom. So, boom, boom. Steel casing in the middle. These 2 guys on the outside. There we go. I have an enrichment chamber. So, I'm going to move my enrichment chamber over here a little bit. Do I need to power this from the back? I don't remember how it powers. I want to make sure, because I can't do anything. I can't dig into this wall. If I dig into this wall, that is not going to be a loaded area. As you can see, like over top of this wall is the wilderness. You can see in the top right. When I get in here, then this is my area. So I think I need to keep it out 1 from the wall. And I'm going to keep this kind of like right here. So I'm going to pull my redstone energy over and go in the back. It might be able to go in the top. Stop. But I'm not 100% certain on that. But I guess what I'm going to do, I'll just do this for now. I know it doesn't look great. I can come back and fix it later. And it does have energy. Good. So it takes that type of energy. So this is my enrichment chamber. So what does an enrichment chamber do? I mean, I'm sure some of you guys already know this. But if I just go grab something like, I was just going to grab something simple like iron that I have a lot of, that I can show a couple things. How do I not have... Oh, there we go. Iron. So now, Arcus was slain by Avidia. So now if I put, like, my iron in here, this is essentially a slow furnace. It's going to turn one iron ore into one iron... Or 2 iron dust. Okay, excuse me. This is like the pulverizer. I'm sorry. I think I jumped a step ahead here. Instead of from... you're right. I did jump a step ahead. I am in tier 1, which is fine. This is going to kind of bring us back to where we are. So the enrichment chamber makes you 2 iron dust. It's essentially like the pulverizer. Next to that, what we'll put is we'll put the smelter. What is the smelter called in this thing? The energized smelter. That's what I was trying to make first, and I jumped ahead. Energized smelt. Energized smelter. So here we go. So this is some glass, some redstone, steel casings and stuff again. That's fine. So that being said, though, let's see what happens when I put this piece of coal in here. And as well as a piece of redstone. And we'll fill up these, our metallurgic infusers. So now I got compressed carbon. I'll get that thing going as well. So down on my carbon one, which is completely empty at this time, if I put in my compressed carbon I just got, notice it filled up, well, it filled up 90. So either way, it's one piece yielded a hell of a lot more than the other one did. And here's my compressed redstone as well. So if I put that in here, boom, it filled up 80. So, I mean, it's pretty good that it did that. I wonder if I could have done it, like, again. So now I'm getting all this steel dust coming out into here, which is fine. What did I need for these circuits again? It was more iron in the redstone. Oops. I hope it was iron. Oh, you know what? I don't think it was iron. It was osmium to make those circuits that I need. So we're going to take the steel dust. We're going to put it down in here because I know I need this steel. Now, these things also, you can get some energy upgrades and things like that in. I need to get, a Mekanism energy upgrade. I want to energy and speed upgrades. I just double click that thing. There we go. So speed upgrade. I think it's this one. Yeah, Mekanism is the speed upgrade. So it's just some glass, osmium dust, and an enriched alloy. And enriched alloys are just... so enriched alloys are the iron in there. So I'll need a couple of enriched alloys. And you can put up to 8 in here. So... I don't know, how do you get the osmium dust, though? Do you just put osmium? Osmium in the enrichment chamber? No, it doesn't even, it won't even, it ain't having none of that. Wait. Did this just turn into... steel? That's weird. So there's my 4 steels. More steel dust here. We'll throw the steel dust going to get cooked as well. How do I get my osmium dust then that I need for those speed upgrades? So osmium dust is going to be grindstone. Osmium to that. Shape crafting. Shapeless crafting. Let's just take osmium ore and smash it. Osmium dust in a macerator and a thermal centrifuge and an enrichment chamber. Oh, dirty osmium dust or an osmium ore. So dirty osmium dust I can get from a crusher, which I'm going to be making relatively soon. But either way, I can go get some osmium ore. I probably have some osmium ore. I got things everywhere here because I haven't... Is there an enemy in there? No. Let's see if I had any osmium ore in here. No osmium ore in this one. There is tin, though. I do want that tin. And you don't have any... Oh, 2 osmium ore. Not as much as I want. I probably have more. So we will find some in one of these chests. It just gets really dangerous out here, especially with only 3 hearts. I need to kill another thing that has higher heart yield. Because I've died numerous times just getting one-shotted by a skeleton standing here. I'm surprised you can't turn the osmium back into osmium dust in a very good way. I probably can in the pulverizer, actually. Let me see if this pulverizer, which I still have on me, will let this happen. And take an osmium. Aha! So there we go. So I can do that with the pulverizer from, not from Mekanism, obviously, but hey, what are you doing in here? Okay, let's do this. So now I have some more. Now I have more hearts. You took like half my health with that, man. That was not nice. Not nice. Either way, let's do some. Let's get some upgrades going, just because we can. So if I do the speed upgrades are the osmium dust. So I'll need at least 8 osmium dust. Good, I got plenty of steel. I'll actually need 16. Well, I'll need a lot of osmium dust. How's that? I'm just gonna make all this in osmium dust and go find some more osmium that I have, because I'm pretty sure I have a decent amount of osmium in this chest. Osmium. I have 31 more. Because this whole thing is basically based around osmium. Osmium is huge in this particular mod pack. It seems that like it's not very rare, so that's good. There's some more osmium. See, I got plenty of osmium on me right now. So we will go down here. I can make all that into that. And then again, what did I need for these speed upgrades? They were redstone and iron ingots. So I actually should hold off on that until I get some more redstone. So we'll hold off on the speed part, but we're getting prepared to get all the upgrades and stuff going. Either way, let's make not the enrichment chamber again, the energized smelter. I should have my stuff going for that. Energized. There's my energized smelter. So glass. So I got those. I thought I had grabbed those other guys already. There's my steel casing. Did I not make that steel casing? Oh no, I was waiting to get my steel. So I did not make the steel casing. So here we go, steel casing. And there's going to be a bunch more glass, the steel, and osmium. And osmium, and then steel. There we go. And then I got over here, I got these 2 guys ready to rock. Then we'll do this. Then we'll do this. And we'll put that steel casing in there. And now we have our energized smelter. So essentially what you do in this one is you put it down, and I'm going to put in my iron ore. Let's power this baby up. I'm going to put down my iron ore, and it's going to try to make these 2. It sounds like a zombie. It's going to make these 2 iron dusts, which are then going to sit there. However, if I configure these outputs for, what does it say? Output on the right is the dark blue, so I need to configure this one for the input to be on this side for dark red. But you also need to configure like an eject. It's kind of weird that you have to do that. So I got to tell it to eject. And now it will eject what it's got from it over here into the energized smelter. And I can even put something like a chest on this side as well, because right now it'll keep those, but if I configure this output, that's an output side to eject, it'll eject it right into this chest, which is nice. So essentially what you saw, this is just like having a pulverizer and a redstone furnace next to each other. So this is essentially the pulverizer, the redstone furnace, and then it goes in. So 1 yields 2 ingots, which is kind of the setup that I had before. Now you can go another, so you can go multiple steps further, but the one that I'm probably going to stop at is the next tier. It's the tier 2, and it involves a purification chamber and a crusher, which are going to be a little bit more work in themselves, but let's try to get them built and see if we have enough stuff to do that. So if I did a purification chamber, it's going to involve, advanced circuits, osmium, enriched alloys. So we know how to make these enriched alloys. Those are easy. What are these advanced circuits? It's enriched alloys with a basic circuit in the middle of them. So, oh man, these are going to be a little bit rough. Let's, however, I'll put 4 of these in here. I don't know if it's going to try to eject it and what is going to happen to it if it goes through the energized smelter. Okay, it apparently just doesn't go through the energized smelter. So I need to make, let's get this in here. I was going to put in a handful of these. Apparently these, we're going to need a lot of them. Oh, crap. Let me take those out. Now, I just turned this into redstone on accident, so I want to use it first, so I'm not just having extra redstone in a different metallurgic infuser over here. So we'll do that. I only ended up with 1 enrichment alloy. So what was the recipe for these advanced circuits again? The advanced circuits were basic control circuits and 2 enriched alloys. And the basic control circuits were the osmium. So I can start getting some osmium going in here. Putting the wrong one. So this should hopefully finish this soon. How much is it? Is it only taking 10 per? Yeah, it's only taking 10 per. So this is going to yield me a decent amount of enriched alloys, which is good. But what I can do is once I get 2 of these, so now I can make. There we go. There's my 2 advanced circuits that I'm going to need for this thing. We'll let the rest kind of run their course and do what they do. So I got my advanced circuits. I need 4 of those guys. Oh, I need a whole enrichment chamber in here? It's kind of annoying. I need to make an entire enrichment chamber. Okay, so there we go. We'll do that. Right when this is done, we're going to stop this thing. Put in more of that. There we go, because I know that's going to run. So I guess let's make another enrichment chamber, which is another steel casing. Or run out of things like my steel again. So there's my steel casing, and then we hit that. The enrichment chamber, steel casing. I got some of my basic circuits. And then, is this iron? Yes. So there's my enrichment chamber. So now, that's just osmium, right? So here we go. That in there. There's that. Here's this, and then here's my osmium. Beautiful. I've got a purification chamber on me. So the purification chamber, I think, has to be over here, because I think the crusher has to go in between. Now the interesting thing about the purification chamber is it needs oxygen. Yeah, that sucks. I need to get oxygen into this guy. Now there's Mekanism ways of doing the oxygen gathering, and there are other ways. I think I'm going to go with the other way. I'm probably just going to go with the standard old oxygen collector. Oxygen vents, oxygen fan. I don't know if this is actually... Oh, I can't. I need compressed steel for all this stuff. So maybe I won't go with the standard way. I might have to straight up go with my electrolysis water electrolyzer. No, that's from Galactic Craft. Electrolytic separator. Here we go. What is this one? That still requires things. So the electrolytic separator is what I believe that I need for this, which we've seen before. The enriched alloys. We have not seen the electrolytic core, though, which is just a bunch of osmium dust. So this does not look like it's too difficult to create. So I guess we will go with this. We will have to go with this in the next episode, though. I'll probably make it off camera. As you guys see, it's a bunch of stuff that you already know about. You already know what we got, so we should be good to go. I'm making a bunch of enrichment alloys too. I'm probably gonna have to set my turtle free to try to get some more redstone as well. The ultimate goal in this is when I get my turtle going places and doing digging or a quarry or whatever I have in the future, I wanted to dump into an ender chest. That this is going to go from an ender chest. It's going to take it out. It's going to take everything out of the cache or into a cache if it can't be utilized in this machinery over here. But if it can be utilized in this machinery over here, I want it to first go be utilized in this machinery over here and then have a whole separate area for ingots and things like that. Hopefully it works. I'm not sure. Good did a really good job of building ours in Space Chickens. I don't know how, but he did. So hopefully I can figure out exactly how he did the separations and all that stuff, and we can get going. And in the next episode, you will see as we pick up with, as we continue on and get the wonderful world of Mekanism. All right, guys. See you next time.